Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second edition of OCW Unleashed on YouTube. I'm your host, Donovan Simmons, and tonight we'll get to see the returning Lucas Crow in action, along with Black Spider, but first, it's time for the Riot recap. We start with the Kid Ego Paul Pugh, who this week took it upon himself to reinstate the Osaka Wrestling League Junior Heavyweight title that he won over in Japan back in November of last year. OWL went out of business in December, which made Paul Pugh the last ever Junior Heavyweight Champion, and due to some unspecified contract negotiations, the self-proclaimed King of the Puniverse has had this OWL title officially recognized here in OCW. Now, over the past few weeks, Tiberius Dupree has been struggling to snap his former best friend Dimsmore out of his vicious streak. This week, the Fire decided to bring in some old faces from the International Champion's past, including his ex-wife Charlotte, serving to rile Dimsmore like never before. In a display of unadulterated violence, Dimsmore would beat down Dupree, then his rehab sponsor and orderly from the Valley View Rehab Center, before turning his attentions to his ex-wife, cornering Charlotte in the ring. Also on Riot, weeks of bad blood between Michiko and Miss Lindsay Rothschild Esquire finally came to a head as Michiko challenged her nemesis to a match at Resolution 7. Rothschild was hesitant at first, but agreed to the request under one condition. Michiko had to beat Eerie Sunshine, a member of the Pepperton Wrestling family. Not only did Michiko overcome Sunshine, she was incredibly impressive, taking on a few moves from her brother Matsuda's playbook in order to defeat her opponent, and earning the date with Rothschild at Lucian later this month. After weeks of trying to goad Nate Ortiz into a match, or even convince our hero Mr. Sensation to make the match, it seems Aries might finally have his wish, despite our hero telling Aries it would never happen. As Riot opened up, Aries and our hero exchanged some harsh words. Aries claimed that Sensation had lost touch with the current generation of OCW superstars and was scared of destroying the legacy of the Hall of Famer. This enraged the CEO, causing him to place Aries in a handicap match against the feuding Parker Stevens and Leon Hart for the OCW World title. Luckily for Aries, Parker and Leon weren't exactly a stellar team. Parker walked out on Leon at the end of the match, causing Aries to defeat Leon Hart to retain his title. This is where it became interesting though. Aries took the microphone and began to address the crowd, talking of his past, present, and future. He said he would not be stopped, but as the old saying goes, be careful what you wish for, as Nate snuck up behind the OCW champion, ready to lay him out with a vicious spear. Aries managed to escape this, but wasn't so lucky a second time when Leon Hart assaulted Aries with a steel chair at the top of the ramp, leaving the franchise looking on as Riot went off the air. So that's your Riot recap for this week. Now it's time to head to the ring for our first match on Unleashed. The half Mexican, half Japanese Justica going up against X Division #1 contender Black Spider.
So here we go, our first ever Unleashed Lucha Derby between the one formerly known as Illuminati Black Spider and Za Justicia Justice. As we start off, Black Spider getting all of the moves in nice and early, moving Justice around, showing how good he actually is. Justice down to the floor with a jawbreaker, thrown into the corner. Spider looking impressive straight away here, right off the bat, throwing Justice around. Justice has got no answer for this as he goes in with a crucifix, driving him into the floor. Justice back to his feet, showing he's got a little bit of fight in him, and into the side, spinning head scissors. So I forgot the name of the move there, and a little bit of dancing. Spider not happy with that, he's getting out of here, and Justice thought he was going to fly over the top there. Spider grabbing hold of his arm, he's got him in the wrist lock. And Spider with a massive chop, taking Justice back to the floor and lifting him back up. He's not going to let this guy lie, he's gonna keep attacking. He's a vicious guy. He's He's a hell of a wrestler from Japan originally. One of the biggest Japanese wrestlers ever to come to OCW. Massive combo though by Justice, kicking him out of the ring with some almost a single leg drop kick, flying over the top but missing completely. Black Spider back to his feet. A couple of kicks, couple of punches, throwing Justice into the guardrail. That's a vicious headbutt. That is an awful headbutt. The referee needs to pay attention to what Black Spider is doing here. Beg your pardon. Both men back into the ring. Justice looked like he was going to fly, but Spider knocking him down before he could even get the opportunity. Moonsault. And Spider gets nothing on the end, grabbing the mask. The referee needs to watch this, as both of these men wear masks. And that's definitely a disqualification move. Big kick to the face by Justice. He's onto the apron. He's going for another massive body splash. But, well, Spider, he's just on with the fans. And Justice needs to get back in the ring. The referee's on a 2 count. He does. He runs straight through. Spider grabs hold of him. Both men lock up in the corner. Justice comes out strong here. He gets the whip into the corner. He's following it up. His enziguri. No, he misses. And Spider catches his breath for a second there. But it's fast and furious. It's a proper Lucha Libre match. But Spider and Justice both desperate to get a win here on Unleashed. And a big kick to the face by Spider. Justice throwing him off. Another big kick to the face in response. And this was a hell of a match already. Justice doing a bit of taunting there. That could cost him dear as Spider grabs him. Massive chop, misses. Kick, both men. Bit worse for wear after that one. A couple of kicks from Spider. And Justice going for the drop kick. Landed on his back. And this is a 1, 2. No, the referee let him up on a 1 count. Both men lock up again, going into the corner. Justice gets hold of him. Big elbow to the head. And kicking again. Those kicks are absolutely vicious. Flying over the top rope and missing again. And, well, Spider, not really challenged by the Japanese, the half Japanese, half Mexican wrestler of the year 2003. I believe I was supposed to say that. That's what I said. Going for the clothesline, a massive arm drag, another arm drag. And this is turning almost into a strong style match now with some amazing combos of arm drags. One referee doesn't even get the 2 count again. And Spider with a massive enziguri kicking Justice straight to the floor. Irish whip into the corner. We call that a Japanese whip. Big, massive knife edge chop in the corner. Justice isn't going to let that happen again. Hits him out of the corner. He's going back into the corner, whether he likes it or not. 2 massive elbows to the back and now chops. And the man formerly known as Illuminati sends Justice to the top. Justice kicks him away, saying, "You're not doing that today." And a massive hurricanrana from the top rope. And this is Justice getting a bit of momentum here. The fans are feeling it. Justice is feeling it. And this could be the turn of the tide. Justice locking up with Black Spider. Spider wins again. He's got him in the front face lock. And I'm not sure what Spider calls that, I'll be honest. It was almost a rock bottom. And 1, 2. That's it. That's all she wrote. Amazing win for Black Spider on Unleashed, but you gotta wonder what this is gonna do for Justice. Let's throw it back.
Why live a life of crime? What kind of question is that, man?
I wouldn't call it the life of crime. I call it the life of survival.
I don't call it living a life of crime. I call it, living a life in this time. You dig?
It's the life that we live. Y'all niggas look at it like crime.
People get born on top. They got it made. I work just as fucking hard and I get shit.
It was quick. I felt it was best.
I don't consider shit I do a crime, man. It's just life. Shit I gotta do.
Like, where we gonna go? You act like we live in Bel Air or something. Yeah. Like we could just,
the hood.
like we could just right go in mansions and all that.
The hood is no other way but to do crimes.
Look where I'm at. This is the hood. This guy ain't got no choice. I'm either gonna fight or I'm either go down. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Look where the fuck I live. It made me. I didn't choose this shit. It's just me. This is what the neighborhood did to me.
Shit, I grew up like this. I was born like this, man.
Imagine, come on, a dude can't survive off a McDonald's check, a Burger King check.
Niggas ain't trying to give no jobs out there. Niggas gotta do something, so, you know, survival of the fittest.
It was easy, it was quick. I got away with a lot of shit.
Especially you got kids, come on, man. You gotta eat, man.
You gotta get $1. What the fuck you gonna do?
You know, I'm trying to keep going, get the bread. I'm on a paper chase, as you can see.
Out here trying to get that money.
Everybody out here living life of crime, just different ways. Know what I mean? You got your blue collar motherfuckers, go to work, steal checks and shit from people. I don't do that punk ass shit. I rob you straight. Know what I mean? I don't do no checkbook punk ass shit. I'm gonna rob you. I'm gonna take what's in your fucking pocket.
Time for our next match now, as the returning Lucas Crow takes on the young high flyer Terry Romero. This should be a good one.
Here we go with our second match of the evening on OCW Unleashed. This is Lucas Crow versus Terry Romero. We've not seen Crow since he lost the Serpent Series and the International title to Tiberius Dupree a couple of months back, so this could be an excellent show. Well, it could be an excellent show, and I don't know that yet, but Crow got a new look. He's chopping Terry Romero. He's going to work on that ankle really, really early, and Romero, the thing you got to do with the kid is grounding. He is a hell of a high flyer, so you got to keep him on the floor. He's kicking out before the 1 count, back to his feet. Crow moving in, big elbow. Romero not letting him go. He's grabbing hold. Big kick to the gut there, and a big kick to the face to follow it up. Into the corner, a shoulder charge into the corner, and Crow grabbing hold of him. Terry not letting Crow have his way here. Crow's the seasoned veteran out of these two, and Terry Romero not letting Crow have his way with him just yet. A big drop to the floor though, and he's working the legs. That's what he's got to do. He's working the legs into the corner. Crow grabbing hold of him, hitting him in the gut. He's coming out of the corner. This is going to be a big elbow drop, and he nails it to the heart of Terry Romero, and here we go back to their feet. Romero not really seeming phased by that big kick to the leg, followed by an Irish whip. He's jumping up out of the way, going for another, I think it was a spinning back kick, and Crow with a drop kick knocking him down. There's an interesting thing to note that Crow's his new appearance seems to have come with a new set of moves. He seems to be almost mat wrestling here. Terry Romero going into the corner. He's going to go with into the ropes, pardon me. He's going to go with a big drop kick to the head, up to the top rope. Crow back to his feet. Romero going to fly, hits him with a top rope fame asser. And Romero flying in with some combos here. Crow grabbing hold of him. A slight misstep by Terry Romero there. Getting a punch to the face for his troubles. Massive elbow again, a kick to the gut, and Romero not letting Crow get him into the position where he could do damage. He's just keeping him sort of at arm's length at all times. Crow going for the drop kick, missing entirely. Romero whipping him back into the corner, running at him. That's a hell of a back moonsault thing. Romero flying out of the corner again, and this is a side head scissors. Romero starting to gain some momentum here. Crow looking like, oh, well, as I say that, Crow grabs hold and takes him down in a headlock. And Romero just kind of standing there, a big knee. And another big miss by Romero. An axe handle smash there. Romero spinning, getting dropped on his head. That looked nasty. He landed on the back of his head. They're locking up again. And they can't. Oh, I'm sorry, that shocked me a little bit there. Crow and Romero matching each other step for step here. Crow grabbing hold of Romero with a big kick there, and a slap, a couple chops, and Romero again not letting Crow grab hold of him, and that's what he's got to do. He can't let Crow grab his strength. He can't let Crow use his strength. Sorry, and massive neck breaker from Crow, knocking Romero down, but not long enough to keep him down. Romero may have just made a misstep. He turned his back on Crow, and Crow taking him down to the ground, working that leg, just working on that leg. And again, we're going to see Crow working on the knee, on the ankle, and he's possibly setting him up for the sharpshooter that we may or may not see at the end of this match. They lock up again. Romero knows that he needs to keep his offense fast. If he doesn't keep his offense fast, he is going to lose this match. A push into the corner. Romero trying to make a move. Crow dodging that. Crow grabbing hold of him. This is almost a reverse DDT neck breaker. Crow grabbing hold of him in the front face lock. Massive elbow to the head. And again, Romero going for that spinning sweep kick on the floor, and Crow missing his punch because of it. Again, he does it, and now he's gonna fly. We're gonna see Terry Romero go do what he does best. He's gonna fly. He finds nothing but concrete as Crow grabs him into the headlock and drops him with the atomic drop. And an amazing reversal by Terry Romero. A hell of a fight going on the outside here. Romero spinning all over the place. The fans absolutely loving it. Back into the ring he is. The referee is up to 5, so Crow's got to get back in there. Oh my. A bulldog on the referee. Romero has just knocked the ref completely out. And that is a spinning, I don't even know what he calls that, but this looks like it might be about to be over. But the referee is out. He's getting up now, but the referee is down. And this might be all she wrote. Crow knocking Romero almost out cold with that move. He got on the ropes. And Romero needs to pick up some momentum because at the moment he is looking like he's going to lose this match. Crow getting him up onto his shoulders. Massive knee to the gut. This could be it. It's on the ropes again. Excellent ring awareness by Terry Romero. He knows where the ropes are and he's reaching out for them when he knows he's defeated, which is, you know, it's a sign of a veteran, even though he's only been in this company for the best part of 2 weeks. And now he's working on the arm again. Crow getting out of there, trying to grab some breath. Back again into the headlock. Crow reverses into the wrist lock and now sending him into the ropes. Crow getting out of the way. And Romero rolling out of the way too. And this side head scissors. And Romero looking like he's trying to pick up some momentum here, but he's looking hurt. He's stretching out that torso. Romero back into the ropes. Leapfrog. Again trying for that kick to the jaw, and Crow not letting him get it in. And again Crow going to that fireman's carry into a knee. It's violent is what it is. And now he's going for punches to the head. This is the old Crow that we know, and well, some of us love, some of us hate. It's the one. Both men again struggling to get hold of each other in this final portion of the match. Exploder suplex. And Crow is going straight to the top rope here. What's he? A massive diving splash. And that could be all she wrote. One. No, just the 1 count. Romero getting out. He's showing some heart, this kid. Swinging kicks, missing the kicks. Reversing into the corner. And this could be a double kick to the face. Romero getting out of the way, using some agility there. Back into the corner. He's going into the other corner. Massive chop. The fans screaming along, wooing along as Romero chops Lucas Crow. And he's into the Tree of Woe position in the corner. What is Terry got planned here? A backflip and a drop kick. The fans absolutely loving that as Crow gets out of there, pardon me. And Terry looks a little like he might be trying to gain some momentum here. He looked like he might have a little fight left in him. Back to the corner again for the fourth or fifth time in this match. Crow getting into the corner. He's going to elbow drop him again, and this could be all she wrote. Crow immediately, well, he didn't go for the pin. He's signaling for the end of this match, and I think he's going to go for that face buster again. He's setting it up. And wait a second, Romero into the Samoan drop. Romero reverses. Romero with a splash off the springboard, and this could be all she wrote. 1. Oh, and Crow not letting that happen. He may have reversed the finisher attempt, but that is a hell of a kick. Crow gets out of the way, grabs him in the front face lock. Terry Romero reverses that too. Crow reverses that even still. Romero still reversing, and this is turning into a hell of a match. Terry Romero dropping knees onto that arm. He's working the arm. I don't know what good it's going to do him because Crow is not going to tap out. This guy is inhuman. Romero grabbing Crow up to his feet, going for the drop kick, and Crow just about escapes there. But Romero dragging him into the corner. He's going to lift Crow to his feet. Crow looking worse for wear. Romero charging at him. Crow reverses though. And this is turning into Crow's match again. As Crow lifts Romero back up to his feet, grabbing hold of him, going for the combo, resulting in the Russian leg sweep. He's going to go up to the top now. Romero down. Crow going high. He's going to fly. It's a massive elbow drop. Romero gets out of the way though and goes straight back up to the top rope himself, going for what could be an elbow drop. Now it's a moonsault. It's a moonsault with a double feet landing across the chest. This could be it. 1, 2. No. Crow saying no, not today. And going for the Pele there. Crow kicking him in the gut, grabbing hold of him again. May be going for his finisher again. And no, Romero grabbing hold of him saying not tonight. Crow. Samoan drop going into the corner, and that is a hell of a corkscrew out of the corner. Romero going for the pin again. This is the 1, 2. Out on the 2 again. Crow cannot be beat. Crow is absolutely unstoppable here as Romero kicks to the chest again. Back into the corner. No. Drops in with a drop toe hold. And into what seems to be some sort of surfboard. It's a hell of a move. I mean, I don't know how Romero is holding Crow that high in the air. He is only a small guy. But this could be another 1-1. No, he didn't even get the 1 that time. Crow back to his feet. Romero going for the springboard. Grabs hold of him. DT out of the corner. I say corner when I mean ropes. I keep saying that. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Crow swinging an arm. Romero setting him up. This could be it. He's going for the double kicks. There we go. And Romero now gonna fly. Goes with the diving splash off the springboard. He's going to do something else here. He's going straight to the top rope, Romero, and this could be, again, that moonsault double kick that we saw earlier. No, it's not. It's a Houston hang-up almost. Romero and Crow having a hell of a match here on Unleashed, a hell of a showing, and Crow and Romero again trading reversals. This is chain wrestling of the highest standard as Romero grabs hold of him, gets Crow into the pin. This could be it. 1, 2. Oh, Crow reverses it. 1, 2, 3. Crow steals the win. What a win by the big man after a hell of a match.
Alright, it's weekly wrap-up time where we look back on this week's matches on Asylum and Riot. Starts off with Riot. Freak knocks off Johnny Phoenix. Matsuda loses in a handicap match to Sean McGee and Kale Lockhart. Jacob Trance gets the W over Carlos Cruz. A no contest in the 18 versus Blood Generation match. Ace Angel gets the DQ win over Dimsmore. Dimsmore retains the international title. And in the main event, Aries pulls off the hard-fought win over Parker and Leon Hart. Now over to Asylum as Freak continues to roll with his win over Justica. Hank Thomas upset Sean McGee. Paul Pugh picks up a win over Carlos Cruz. Aaron Walker wins in his 2012 debut over Ace Angel. And Ghost and Omerta in the main event get the tag victory over Tyro Craven.
So here we are for the main event on Unleashed. Tonight is the Steve making his return to action up against the Minister of Rock and Roll, Ace Angel. As we start off, the Steve flipping the bird at Ace and grabbing hold of him in the wrist lock. We don't know if Steve's going to be rusty. That neck breaker suggests that he's not going to be rusty. But the Steve hasn't been in a ring for the better part of a month. Ace Angel has. Ace Angel defeating Dinsmore by disqualification last week on Riot. and a massive back suplex from the Steve. He's looking good on his return already. He's grabbing hold of Ace Angel. Both men locking up. Steve coming out on top. Again going to that neck breaker, just swinging neck breaker, dropping Ace onto the floor. Ace doesn't really have anything to counter that. He isn't as big as the Steve. He isn't as strong as the Steve. The Steve pretty much has this match in the bag unless he makes a mistake. Throws him over, big kick to the back. Ace again struggling to get anything going. The Steve giving a little woo for the fans there. And the Steve with another combo of big elbows followed by a big kick to the head. Ace Angel dropping to the floor. He's going for the 1 count. Ace grabbing the rope. He knew what to do there. He knew how to get out of that. And back into the lockup. The Steve coming out on top again into the front face lock. And just moving around, just showing what he can do as a wrestler. It's chain wrestling, and it's the Steve, and he dropping him on his neck there. That was a pretty vicious move. As Steve flipping the bird to Ace. Ace doesn't really have a response again. The Steve just grabs him, scoop slams him onto the floor. And now he's going to fly to Steve. Doesn't go up here often, but when he does, you better believe it's good. Axe handle smash off the top rope. Ace is down. He's going for the pin. 1, 2, almost a 3 count really early on. The Steve dominating from the opening, and Ace just needs to catch his breath and try and get some momentum going. Another scoop slam from the Steve, knocking Ace to the ground. The Steve just toying with him now, going into a figure of 4 almost. Is Ace? I don't think Ace is going to give here. Ace isn't the kind of guy who's going to submit, but Steve trying anyway. I mean, the Steve has a lot in his locker. He is a man who can beat you. He can beat you standing up. He can beat you on the floor. He can make you tap out. He can knock you out. He is a hell of a wrestler. Ace gives some fan reaction there. Steve flipping him the bird again. And Steve seems to be in one of his bad moods tonight on OCW Unleashed on YouTube, as he takes Ace Angel to the floor again. Grabs hold of the legs, going into a sort of, it's almost a cloverleaf knot, tying Ace into the air. And Ace just needs to get to his feet and try and catch his breath. He's being absolutely dominated from start to finish here. And the Steve just showing such disdain for his opponent. Into the sunset flip. Ace might be coming back into this. He's dancing around like he is anyway. And the Steve not happy with that, trying to release the doves, getting caught unawares. Ace Angel whipping him into the corner, and here goes Ace. No, Ace gets shut down by the Steve, and that little bit of momentum is gone as Steve clotheslines him out of the corner. And now Steve working on that shoulder. Steve not looking rusty in the slightest. Ace Angel struggling again. I mean, he struggled last week against Paul Pugh on this very show, but this week is a whole nother level. This is the Steve. This is a guy who's main evented, and the Swinging Back Fist. I'm sorry, I was saying he's main evented CCW shows. He's main evented Ace just picking up a little momentum again. I lost my train of thought there. Ace with a massive European uppercut flying out of the ropes. Ace is kind of, I don't know, he's struggling to get any sort of momentum as a whole in OCW, but in this match he's got a foothold now. He's kicking Steve in the back of the head, showing off for the fans. The fans absolutely loving it as the Steve just looks at him as if to say, what the hell are you doing in my ring? Into the side headlock. Ace Angel he's going for a little chain wrestling here, showing the Steve what he can do. Kick to the gut, and Steve doesn't look happy about that. Steve locking up again. Both men struggling, vying for position. The Steve comes out on top of the side headlock, grabs hold of Ace Angel, throws him into the Northern Lights suplex. He's going for the 3 count. 1, 2, almost 2.9 there. Almost a 3 count. The Steve almost winning this match off one of his patented suplexes. He whips Ace Angel into the ropes. Nothing really comes of it. Ace grabs hold of him. Steve not letting him kick him. Goes for the side belly to belly. Ace Angel again struggling to gain any sort of momentum in this match. The Steve lifting him back to his feet. And this is it. Welcome to Rochester, motherfucker. The Steve may have just won this match. 1, 2, 2.5 again. And Ace Angel will not die in this match. Steve thought he had him there with Welcome to Rochester into the wrist lock and down into the ankle lock. Steve just trying everything in his locker to beat Ace Angel here. Ace Angel doesn't win a lot of matches, but he is a hell of a guy to beat. If you beat Ace Angel, you've worked hard. Back into that knotted cloverleaf thing, and the Steve back out knows exactly what he wants to do next. He's got the Shining Wizard on his mind, and there it is. No run up there. The Steve normally takes a big run up, just kicking him in the head. He isn't even wasting. He's going to expend energy when he doesn't need to. 2 count, 2.5 count, nearly knocking Ace out of this match again. And the Steve truly is struggling to put Ace away here. He's running out of ideas. He's hitting with a couple of combos, a kick to the head. That could be enough. Steve picking him up. He's not going to let it be enough. The Steve now going for the German suplexes that he calls the Steve, the Steve, the Steve. And this could be the start of the end for Ace Angel. He's releasing the dubs, which can mean only one thing. This is the Steve. The Steve dropping Ace on his head. It's been a valiant effort from Ace Angel, but that is going to be all she wrote. 1, 2, and a 3 count. What a return for...
Well, that's all the time we have for you on OCW Unleashed this week. Be sure to check us out on OCWFed.com and tune in next week for another edition of Unleashed exclusively on YouTube. For Jimmy Jack Daniels and our production team, I'm Donovan Simmons. See you next time on OCW Unleashed.